Welcome to the next edition of Highlights, and today we're going to be looking at a couple of things. First, going over one of my favorite measuring targets, and also remind you of the ease and power of using our CCA, Candlesticks Academy, to access all your online training and how to get free training as well. So let's first start with this aspect about candlesticks. And we have a series of trading principles, and one of them is candlesticks do not give price targets. So as great as candlesticks are for reversals, you could actually use them also for trading breakouts. We do need Western indicators to get price targets, as this cartoon I had made up shows. Here you have this guy pointing, a Roman legionnaire pointing to, I guess, a Roman civilian, and he's saying, I can't tell you how far it is, but I do know it's that way. And this is apropos of candlesticks, because candlesticks will give you the trend, if it's changing or not, but as far as how far it is, depends on Western technicals. And one of the strategies that I use quite a bit are box ranges. That's what the Japanese call a lateral trading environment. So if the market stalls at the top end of a box range, especially with a candlestick signal, my target would be the bottom end of the box range. And likewise, if the market sells off and is finding support at a prior low, especially with a bullish candlestick signal down here, my target would be the top end of the box range. But you could also use box range breakouts. So if the market is in a box range and then breaks out of the box range to the downside, what you could do is then get a target. You could take the height of the box range and subtract it from the bottom of the box range to get a target, and we do the flip side with a box range breakout. And this is related to one of the questions I get a lot. I'm asked very often, how did I get a target back here in 2003 for the S&P all the way up at 2300 when the S&P was just trading at 1550? And we're now approaching the target. We're about 150 points away from the target. And the way I got that, used a box range. I was a little bit more conservative. I used this as the bottom of the box range rather than here. And you can see this box range here. Once the market broke out, I then got a target, took the height of the box range, and added it to the top of the box range, and that's where I got my target of 2300 a couple of years ago. So I hope you found this useful. And speaking of useful, let me just remind those who have free membership in our Candlesticks Academy. This is a great way to get all your training, instant streaming videos. And just remind you how to use this. First of all, you log in. There's two ways to log in. It's candlesticksacademy.com. You can log in here where it says student login, and you can log in here also. Now, it's really important when you first register with CCA, and for those who have not joined Candlesticks Academy, make sure you write down your username and password. And once you log in, you can retrieve it, but it just takes time to get that. So if you want to watch a video instantly, you'll have to wait for the system to get back with your username and password. So it's really important to write it down so you have easy access. So once you log in, this page will come up. You click on your library, and all the products that you own are in green, and you can watch the videos more than one time. Depending on the resource and the package you got, you could have 1 year. You could have 1 year access. Some of you may have upgraded to lifetime access, but you can definitely watch it more than one time. You could watch it on a tablet, on a smartphone, and as well, obviously, as a computer. And when you see text in red, it says no, click here for info. This gives you information about a product you don't have, and it'll give you information about it. And of course, you will find some special pricing. So that's how you purchase items that are not in green. And make sure, because this has happened to me. Sometimes, let me go back here to hide this. So when you click student login or student login here, and it brings you, it doesn't bring you to this page over here. It says you have to be a student to access your library. Make sure you're not logged in already, because this has happened to me. In the upper right hand corner, if you see something like this on the CCA page, I don't have it here because I cut. This is a screenshot, but in the upper right hand corner, if you see something like Howdy Steve Nison or Howdy with your name on it, that means you are already logged in. You don't have to log in again. And so that could be the issue. If you're already logged in and you click Students Log In here, it's not going to work. So to log in, you can't be logged in previously. So just check the upper right hand corner to see if you're logged in already. And for those who are not members of the CCA, there's a lot of free information in Candlesticks Academy. A lot of great information. And like Justin said, no question about it, online access saves money, time, and gives immediate access to me as a trader. This is the best way to allow access to the material, and that includes a lot of free information as well as our sessions that you may have invested in, our full day sessions and so forth. If you're not a member, if you want to get your free training, you just go to candlesticksacademy.com and you click on here, get your free training now, and you will be signed up. And remember, make sure you save and write it down, your username and password. And if you are a student, all you need to do is log in here or over here. Okay, thanks for joining me.